Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing a quick just live talk through guide on like a Melee Revo plus low input guide. So this is kind of with the changes to Melee. Melee is very strong. It's in a really good place. So what I'm going to be showing you is I have done this on mobile. It works on mobile. It works pretty well, and it only takes a couple of inputs. Now, if you're learning the style as you're practicing and getting better, if you want to manually do things, you can, and you can kind of slowly incorporate manually, changing rotations and stuff as you see fit and as you get more comfortable. But you don't need you don't need to be soul split flicking. You don't need to be doing anything like that. This is also a great way to practice your flicking. You can kind of let the Revo bar do its thing, and you can just focus on the flicking aspect, or vice versa. You could just soul split and you could focus on, tweaking the damage. Really, whatever works. You can always add disruptions and vengeances and this, that, and the other thing. But I have no food in my inventory. I'm just using a Hellhound. I'm using a Vamp Scrim. I'm camping the Luck of the Dwarves. I'm camping Laceration Boots, Jaws of the Abyss. I'm camping the Am Hedge, so it's much cheaper than Essence of Finality. And it doesn't degrade, so it's no cost. The big cost here is the Scourge, which as of right now is around like 65-70 mil, I think. And it just has P6 Geno on it, just kind of a really easy perk to get. My offhand is the tier 85 version. It doesn't even have any perks. My Bandos Chestplate, not even augmented. The only thing that is important is to have mobile, or if you don't want to get mobile, if you have the Shadow's Grace relic, whatever you can do to kind of increase your barge escape timer, and that's going to be helpful in P4. We'll get to that in a second. Beyond that, because I'm camping Laceration Boots, the only inputs I'm going to be doing is I have 6 and 5, you can see, is my escape and barge, so just so I can back and forth hit 6 and 5 just for escaping tail swipes. Then I'm going to be doing a Vit Pot on the very first rockfall, and I'm going to be swapping to my Masuda's War Spear for the pools. So those are the only 4 inputs I'm going to be doing at all. Like I said, if you want to add more, you can add vulns, you can do whatever you want, but this alone is a very, very nice, easy, consistent way to do it. The only downside, I can't turn off my enhanced abilities, unfortunately, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference if you don't have them. So with that said, we're gonna just throw on Vampirism, but you can use Penance, you can do whatever you want, it really doesn't matter. And we're gonna get into it. So with that said, I'm just gonna click him and I'm gonna vuln him, and I'm just gonna let Revo ride at this point. And everything else is just gonna happen and be taken care of. So you're gonna be getting a tail swipe here, kind of right after this. So you're just gonna dodge out of it and then barge back in after, and then you're done. And you can go back to just chilling and watching and doing a whole lot of nothing. And this method's fairly consistent on skipping this first bomb. I didn't hear, but if you do, you just kind of freedom and walk out from under it, and you're just so on this point, this is where I'm going to be using my Vit Pot just so I survive that. And again, we're just kind of letting Revo ride. If you bring some prayer potions, you can. You can also just use penance instead of vamp if you want. That works just as well. You're gonna click on the shadow energies to expel them. You certainly don't have to, but you might as well, because why not? You can re-vuln if you want to, but again, have to. You can just kind of let this do its thing. So now we're at this point. So I'm gonna just run over here. I'm gonna throw on my Masuda's War Spear, and I'm just gonna bladed dive. So I have it to F4, bladed dive, bladed dive, bladed dive, bladed dive. And now I can just go click on him. I can put my weapons back on, and that's it. We're good to go. Nothing else needs to happen. You can target him if you want. You're also free to keep your Masuda's War Spear if you want to do like a manual hurricane or something to nuke down the Shadow Amalg guy. But the flurry should, right there, kind of take care of him for you. Now if you get this stun bomb, which you very well might, again, just freedom, and just kind of, you just like surge away from it, just kind of run for a second, and then zoom back in, and you're good to go. And again, we're just kind of hanging out, and we're going into phase 4. So now this is the only part that has some actual paying attention, counting inputs, however you want to do it. So we're going to go in, we're going to Vuln, and now we're just counting. So it's 1 auto, and then 2 autos coming up right here, and now we're going to escape and barge. And by having mobile, it just allows those timers to line up really nice. So there's 1, there's 2, and now we can just escape again and barge. Now, if you have the double escape codex, then you don't even need mobile, because you have twice as many. You know, they'll recover much quicker, and it's all good to go. But if you don't want to pay for that, a much cheaper option is just getting the mobile perk. If your Hellhound is low, you can throw a Prism, or you can use scrolls, whatever you want. But we had 1, 2, escape barge. There's the special action button. You can certainly press that if you want to. You don't have to. But again, 1, 2, so escape and barge. And you'll see that the timing is going to get very close. So, but again, escape, barge, it's just kind of, it's close, but it lines up pretty much every time, and you can just keep rolling through the kills. Escape, barge, and just let the Revo bar do its thing. I'm running out of prayer, so that's cool. Again, escape, barge, and the kill should be done right about here. And I did not do any, I'll just tank this one, because why not? Parasite stacks will kind of end this, but that's it. That's really all there is to it. If you have the tier 99 prayer, then I've noticed with that, and if you want to bring food and actively eat as opposed to using a Hellhound, those will make it so you pretty much always skip the 2 stuns, that P1 stun and that P3 stun, where I needed to freedom and then just run away for a second. If you have those things, then you'll pretty much always skip. Also, if you have food, you can remove debilitate from the bar, and it'll just increase your damage just a little bit more. And that'll also pretty much ensure the skip on that stun. But again, if you get those stuns, just use freedom and run away. You're no problems. And yeah, I hope this helps. It's a really easy way to start kind of farming some Raksha kills, getting to melee, do some things. And like I said, now you can start to mess with your rotations. I tried to not use it here. You can add the Chaos Roar for more damage in there. You can manually do some assaults and some more, strong abilities. If you have an EOF, that'll obviously be great, because then you can throw in some specs if you want to. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole rundown. So I will real quick just reload the preset, because again, it's just some pouches just for vamp or penance or whatever you'd like. Just some portents. They're not even attuned. They're just IX. Buy them off of the GE. And the Revo bar, I'm just going to get full adren so it lights up, is right here. So yeah, good luck everybody. I hope this helps, and yeah, thank you.